Hello aviators, my name is Chris Palmer. I'm a flight instructor, and today you get to come along with me on an IFR instruction flight with a student that has never flown in the clouds before. So this is a pretty exciting opportunity. He's done a lot of IFR training already elsewhere, and now we get to go up and fly in the actual conditions, which is a totally different story. So come jump on board, come fly with us in this instructional video with John. Hello aviators, Chris Palmer here again. I'm a flight instructor from Alaska. I've got a flight school here with this 172, and on this lesson we're going to go up with John, who is an instrument student, and he wants to start flying with me. He's recently moved here to town and wants to do his IFR and finish his IFR. So, just so happens the day that we scheduled this flight, there are actual conditions. This airplane, this Cessna 172, is all set up for actual instrument. So we're gonna go do the real thing and let him see what it's like, kind of putting those pieces together of the things he's learned elsewhere and fly in the actual clouds. So this is a cool opportunity because you get to be a fly on the cockpit wall in a way, and see this process happen, see what it's like to do flight training, do instrument training. So let's go out, jump in the airplane, and go fly with John in the clouds.
Homer Radio, Skyhawk 2423 uniform, Bravo North, information Juliet. And we've been listening but haven't heard traffic in a while.
2423 uniform, Homer Radio, roger. No other known traffic for you.
That's what I thought, buddy. Okay. So now I've addressed him as Homer Radio. He knows who I am. I'm part of the process. Now if I just start making normal, uncontrolled radio calls, he'll keep track of what I'm doing and tell others.
Oh, okay.
So what we're going to do is, because the wind is favoring 2-2, is we'll back taxi down there. It's about halfway down the runway. There's something called the Elephant Ear. I'll tell you where it's at.
Okay.
And so we'll do that. I'll make the radio call.
Okay.
Homer traffic, Skyhawk 2423 uniform, back taxi runway 22 to the Elephant Ear. Okay, she gets a little bouncy on her feet around 55, probably the same speed as that other 172 you fly.
Yep.
It's an 0300 and
VY at 80.
I'm ready. Okay, her speed's alive, feet off the brakes, engine's green. Can see the horizon after all, look at that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm literally filing an IFR flight plan right now.
Okay.
And ATC will pick it up. Sometimes they'll actually acknowledge it and send it back to the iPad.
Okay.
Alright, looking good, and we'll just kind of climb above that layer there.
Okay.
Alright. Looking good. There are a couple layers here, so I think we'll be able to climb VFR this way.
Okay.
And be able to pick up that IFR. I always like to get to my clearance scratch pad here in ForeFlight.
Okay, yep.
I don't know if you've done that before.
Yep.
Yeah. So look at the outside air temperature up here.
Okay, yeah.
So we're at like 10C.
Yep.
Which means we have got plenty of space for icing.
Yukon 773, contact anchorage approach 126.4. Have a good day.
And let's go direct AFWAF. So flight plan, AFWAF, direct, enter. So now you'll see your cues down here, and that's what you'll follow.
On the 702.
So you can turn that direction.
Spot 4674.
Are these little airplanes the standard rate?
Yes.
Okay.
Anchorage Center, Skyhawk, November 2423 uniform.
And Skyhawk aircraft calling, say call sign again.
November 2423 uniform, we're off of Homer. We'd like to get an IFR back to Homer. We're going to be doing a couple practice approaches. We can counsel later when we're visual on the final approach.
November 2423 uniform squawk 4762.
4762, 2423 uniform. So it's
Iliamna 702.
It's all here in the GPS.
20 miles north of Iliamna radio.
So I dialed that in and entered it. Okay.
Okay.
And you know what this little bug is here?
November 2423 uniform.
Oh, that little diamond?
10 miles west of the Homer Airport. Stay altitude.
Currently climbing through 2,900, 2423 uniform.
November 2423 uniform, and I'm unable to give you an IFR clearance until you're at 5,000. Are you able to maintain your own terrain obstruction clearance at 5,000?
Yes, we can keep our own terrain clearance to 5,000, 2423 uniform.
November 2423 uniform, clear to the Homer Airport via climb and maintain 5,000, reaching 5,000 direct off direct.
Once we're at 5,000, direct off, and can we get the localizer back course, 23 uniform?
November 23 uniform, affirmative, and advise when you get information, I believe it's Lima there.
Okay, we'll get Lima, and we'll report back, 23 uniform.
Homer Airport information, Juliet, time 2248 Zulu.
Still Juliet.
Wind.
23 uniform, we have Juliet.
Brave Flight 131 Anchorage Center radar contact 5 miles north of Kenai Airport.
You can tap here,
Okay.
dial in your altitude, which helps us just keep track of that. Alright, man.
And any other aircraft following unanswered, say again?
First IMC. I like to keep my scan vertical in this, so I start here with my sky pointer and I work my way down.
Okay.
Kind of like that, and then I'll glance at my altitude, come
Okay.
back. This is perfect, because this little pointer is right on the other side of that line.
Green Air 032,
So
contact Anchorage Center 127.5.
we'll just work our way back
Have a good day.
And
Okay.
again, you can glance here, you see your long
Right.
trail here to look at. Obviously you've got this. This changes from comm to nav. And I'm going to
And
turn
November 07 Victor, actually, so Cessna 182.
109.3. And it actually identifies it,
November 07 Victor, roger.
Oh, yeah.
so we don't have to listen to anything.
UPS 77, contact Anchorage approach 126.4.
I'm also going to pre-select the Homer VOR, which is 114.6. Homer VOR. And watch what happens when I punch in the Homer VOR.
Oh, yeah.
See, just point straight to it.
Yep.
There we go, we're in it. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah. It's crazy. I watched the video of Just Plain Silly when he did it for the first time in his Comanche.
Oh, okay.
And he was with his wife, and then he popped out and he's like, "The system works! I made it!"
He's so funny.
November 98 Sierra Papa Roger.
That's what I was like. That's exactly how it's gonna feel. Like, that's just.
Yep. Now if this bug is on this side of the line, obviously we'll track into our CDI a little bit. But what we'll end up doing once we get to 5,000 coming up soon is we'll just go direct AFWAF.
Okay.
Brave Flight 131, contact Anchorage approach 126.4. Have a good day.
Also set our minimums of 500.
Okay.
You can just kind of watch what I do. I'm just helping you out.
Brave
Yep.
Flight 131, contact Anchorage approach
System.
126.4.
Options. Minimums. Minimums bug. I usually just use a round number for this.
Sure.
Keep it simple. So there we go.
FedEx 12, contact
She'll
Anchorage
remind us
Center
now.
133.6.
Alright, there's our altitude. Looks like you got a little off, probably because my big hairy arm was in the way.
FedEx 12, contact Anchorage Center
Cool, that's looking real good.
133.6.
133.6 FedEx 12, thanks.
Okay, good. We're climbing a little. We'll start to settle it down. There you go. You're getting it back. Keep your scan going. Okay, that's a good heading.
9310 Foxtrot, across the box,
Roll her back now.
1000.
Roll her back level.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to add carb heat. Here it comes. I think we got a little ice.
Is that November 9310 Foxtrot calling center?
Okay,
Please
there
go
I
ahead.
feel like, now I feel what it was like to level it
Alright, what
out.
was your request?
I'd like to block 9,000 through 11,000 for 9310 Foxtrot.
Okay, gotta watch our altitude, so let's come down, trim a little bit.
Through 1000.
Maintain the block 9,000 to 11,000, 10 Foxtrot.
We definitely had a little ice.
And that was just a feel, or did you hear
I could hear it kind of, the engine a little like rough, burbly.
Okay.
And in these are like the perfect conditions for carb ice.
Okay. Just that wet, kind of, not really raining, but...
Right.
And this will almost time my turn, won't it?
It will. You'll see a white countdown over here.
Okay.
And it'll also flash here.
Okay.
And tell you when to start. And then if you start and you do a standard rate, you should roll out perfect on that heading.
33 November Echo, contact Anchor Center 132.75.
Okay, there's a good altitude now, so we'll settle into that. Again, just like everything else, if you can trim it and get it hands off, it's like a fake autopilot.
Yeah.
085 and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
2423 uniform, maintain 5,000 till after cleared the localizer back course runway 22 approach Homer Airport.
5,000 until AFLAF, cleared the localizer back course runway 22 Homer, 2423 uniform. Mouthful. So technically, since he just cleared us, we are at 5,000, but technically we can come down to 3,900.
5 miles southwest of the Sultan Airport's altitude.
Because now we're on the approach.
Okay.
So arc to 099 in 6 seconds. Anyway, it's going to turn you itself.
Cleared to the...
So you're good there on your heading, you see that?
Yep. Okay.
Those come back the other way.
And then direct, want to maintain 10,000.
Because you want this little bug here, right on top of your pointer there. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Look at this. That was incredible.
It is incredible.
Alright, now you really want that bug on top of there, right? Right on top.
757 Zulu November Anchor Center, Roger, Kenai altimeter is 2976.
Yeehaw.
Yeah.
Who else calls there?
Okay, so I need to go right. I need
Correct.
to get this over to the down.
Kind of dragging that over to the right, yes. So here, I'll help you a little bit. Let's come back this direction. I'm just going to get in a standard rate so we can bring it back over. You see it's dragging across now?
Yep. Okay.
715.
I was going backwards with it. I was like, well, I'm going to chase it all day.
Yeah, it's tricky for people. So now, I'm getting in this zone now, or now I level out. And I don't like that little bug to get outside of that, the width of that big pointer. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yep.
Just for precision.
Okay.
So there we go. And technically we would need to fly back to the arc to capture the CDI over here. So if you want to do that, we could get that little diamond on this side of it, which means we're trending that way. Okay.
Okay. Change my frequency, 125.7.
You see how we veered off?
Yes. Okay, yeah.
Alien 702, thanks.
So we'll drag that back in. This heading's fine.
And Alien 702, reduce speed 30 knots per sequence.
Are you enjoying this video and want to learn more? We have an entire library of structured videos on angleofattack.com. We call this Online Ground School, and it's how you'll ace the written test required by the FAA. It's go at your own pace and all accessible right now on any device. Go check it out yourself or recommend it to your friends. Now, back to the video.
And see, now we're going to be visual after these little puppies here, and then we'll cancel
Okay.
IFR so we don't plug up the airspace.
Sure. Dang, that was sweet.
Just wait until you're in it all day.
Yeah, it gets to be a drag, monotonous.
It gets tired. Well, it just gets tiring. It's a lot to focus on.
I can't imagine what you felt like when you first left from there and you were like, all right, now I'm gonna fly an IMC from the where you got this setup. I mean, that must have felt so daunting.
It wasn't too bad. See how it's like we're really close now? So now's a good time to start to bring that back over.
Okay.
Like standard rate.
Okay, yeah.
Like let's not mess around, because then that CDI will be right in the middle.
Okay.
And that's where we want it. So all things equal, this is where we want to be following a course.
Okay.
You can tell we're just slightly to the left, right? Just barely to the left. It's not quite lined up. So that's much better.
Okay. Yep.
And look at where our 90-degree VOR is. It's like perfect.
That's right, like we talked about. Okay.
But everything's telling us the truth.
242-3 uniform, contact Homer radio.
Homer radio 2423 uniform. So we can set 3700 in here. So cap the altitude. And and then dial the small knob. 3700.
And do I have to click anything?
Nope, that's it.
Okay.
Let's get that course back on there. Again, I really like the fine line here because I can just move up and down and see that I'm aligned.
Right.
Am I banking? No, I'm still on my course. Okay, now I come down here and make a small correction.
Okay.
So you see why approaches are so important, because look at the terrain out here. Like, we got to be right on it.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
And we can start to work our way down to 3700 too.
Okay.
So just a little bit of power. Maybe pitch down about 5 degrees, retrim. Maybe get 500 feet per minute out of it. We'll be just fine.
Okay.
Homer Radio, Skyhawk 2423 uniform. We're about 13 out on the localizer back course, but we are visual, so if you can cancel our IFR, please.
Uniform, Homer Radio, right there.
And so now we're to the right of our actual course. So this is our actual course line. We're to the right of it.
Right, so we're creeping in towards the airport.
Yeah, and so really we'd want to be on that line until we reach Keki.
Okay, yeah.
So
the dots.
Correct.
Okay.
And keep descending. Now we can come down to 2900.
Okay.
So now, because we're not on a GPS approach, we have to switch this CDI. And,
Okay.
And the course needs to be correct up here, which is 218.
218, yep.
Okay, so now we're following that needle, which is a ground-based station. And you see the needle.
Oh yeah, the blue dot. So technically if I were to fly that, that would be the course correction for now coming in, right? So I can get my needle to fly in?
No, because that's pointing to the VOR.
Okay.
So let's test this out, because some of these newer instruments, they fix the reverse sensing on these localizer back courses. So keep this angle here, because it'll probably drag this approach angle in.
Yep.
Let's just keep that, and look out at the runway. That'll give you an idea of what it's doing.
Okay, yep.
Okay, so we can come down to 29, and we're at 27. We're not huge, like, if we were out there in the clouds, I'd be like right on it, but since we're visual, I'm kind of letting you make those mistakes.
Right.
Okay, yeah, so it is reverse sensing.
Yep.
Okay, now we're on the wrong side of it, so
Oh yeah.
put the dot on the opposite end.
Yep, that's right. Okay.
There you go. And then when we get close again, we'll pay attention to this. When we get close again, we can come down to 25. Let me just help you out a little bit here, okay?
Okay.
And we're right where we need to be, so let's not change much.
Okay.
This time when we get aligned, we'll stay right on our approach course.
Okay.
With small corrections. There you go, good. Getting that button on the other side.
Yep.
We call it the purple carrot sometimes. Alright, our altitude, so to keep this altitude right at 25, right? We won't want to descend anymore.
Yep.
Until we're past Zoxhill. Homer traffic, 2423 uniform, Stone Step Lake. We're straight in on the localizer, and we'll report what our next step is in a few moments. Okay. Okay, so we're inside Zoxhill. So now we can come down to 1260. We'll just call it 1300.
Okay.
And that's kind of our final approach fix. So let's pull the power back.
Okay.
So like, I'm gonna call it 18. I'm just ballparking.
Yep.
And then get it within 100 and do your first notch of flaps. So we're in the white. Let's see if that settles us into like a 500 foot per minute descent.
Okay.
Alright, look at your runway, kind of see what's going on.
Okay. What do you mean? The runway's right on here.
Pretty cool, huh? I know, you can put that green thing right on the runway. It's cheating.
Yeah. Okay, yep. So you put it at 1800.
I think I want to get a little bit more out of it though. I want to go a little slower, so I'm going to try 16.
Okay.
Okay, so car peak, gas is on both.
Radio Otter 722 Fox Hotel.
Undercarriage,
to the southwest
mixture, enrich, sorry.
I've got
Oh, you're good.
Kilo.
Seatbelt switches, okay. Homer traffic 23 uniform on a 3-mile final runway 22 will be a go around and a left downwind departure to the north. Looking real good, just kind of working that and finding what works.
Homer radio, Sunk Bay 0256.
Don't cheat too much on that runway now.
Traffic on final.
I mean on here.
Oh yeah. No, I actually wasn't even looking at it.
Good.
I think it's a float plane from the southwest for the lake.
0256.
Okay, we reached that altitude, but now we can step down past Wigva or whatever. We're inside and we're going down to 500, which is our MDA. We could have been a little more aggressive on it, like we could have been right down here at 500 between Wigva and Nigkey.
Then just held it? Is that
and
what
then
you're saying?
you hold it at 500. You're just flying that until you see the runway.
Is that the proper way to do it, or is it just kind of a different method?
Traffic, Otter 722 Fox Hotel. Go to Land Lake from the southwest.
Just the way I would do it.
Okay.
And I'm on about a 3-mile final.
So here's Nigkey. It's coming up like right
Homer traffic.
Right now, basically, arriving at waypoint.
Okay, yeah.
You hear minimums?
Oh, yep, I did.
So that's where you'd look for the runway. If you didn't see it, you do a go around.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and do a go around.
Okay.
Power up, pitch up, clean up. Homer traffic, 23 uniform, go around, runway 22 will be a left turnout on the downwind climbing. Cool, huh?
That was super cool.
Bravo Lima with Juliet.
Hey, we're doing that again?
Yeah, the RNAV.
Okay.
But we won't be IMC.
Sure.
Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Now that's just the first half of this video. We're going to be doing another half that shows a different instrument approach. But I thought it was really cool how John lit up, really enjoyed actually being in the clouds and doing the real thing. He was a little bit rusty, but with the use of not only the airplane, but our approved flight simulator, he's going to get up to speed and get on track. So really excited for him and excited for this process. So yeah, this is it for this video. Make sure to like this video if you liked it and you learned something. Make sure to subscribe to stick around. And of course, hit that notification bell so you don't miss the future videos, especially that next one with John, where we again continue to fly in IFR, and there will be more IFR videos like that to come. So thanks for being here, fly safe, and until next time, throttle on.